is my first time filming a video in like 4 days. There's so much to talk about. Like I wrote a lot, and I also went through a dry phase where I couldn't think of anything. I also worked a lot at the pub, Dargan's, that I'd be working at. On Easter, Raven and I drew some trippy pictures. So that was fun. So yeah, yesterday was Easter, and oh man, yesterday I was at my mom's house. The night before I was at my mom's house, and all kinds of stuff. I have to like relearn how to get comfortable with this camera. It's literally been like 4 days, so I'm feeling uncomfortable right now. But I'll get there. I wore this outfit today. I feel like I look like a little kid because I feel like this is literally how I dressed when I was a little kid. I got Converse on. I got these. Like I'm trying to connect with my inner child again. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just did my depression talk. Oh, Dad taught me how to be a man of taste, flavor in life, and excellence, perfection, all while being like the ruggedness of a man. I also thought it was funny because like an ugly person can do something and it's gross, whereas a hot person does it and it's awesome. I just thought that was pretty funny. What else? Oh yeah, this is something I've really attached myself to lately, is that truth and vulnerability creates honesty. So if you combine the truth with being vulnerable, that's what honesty is. And also, like, I feel late. Like, I feel late to a lot of things, but ahead in others. Like, with money, I might be ahead, but, like, I want to make music and express myself through that. I don't know how to do that. Like, I just want to make art, and it's like, I don't know how to do that. I haven't ever really done that. I've always thought that I couldn't do it. But today's better than tomorrow. Yeah, my insecurity and the fear is like not doing, but it's also, I've come to realize, like, I think everything in my life has led up to and had to be that way so that I could discover the passion that I do have now for it. Because earlier it would have been going through the motions, whereas now it's like truly just passionate about just creating things, and like leaving pieces of me behind on earth. That's kind of why I do YouTube, and that's why I crave to do music, but I have no experience, so it makes me really sad. And also I've been curious, like, should I make money now or should I make it later? Because like if I really wanted to, I could if I really wanted to, I could be a millionaire by 25, but it's like I don't think I want to do that. Because like I'd rather make my money in a fun way. I want to use my 20s to travel and to do crazy shit. Like, I don't want to focus all my energy on money because it's really not relevant. And now that I've had my touch of money and I've had nice things, and like it's just like I don't care about it as much as I thought I would. And like the balance is hard for, do I do money now or later? And it's like the balance would ultimately be like doing both, creating things and making money throughout it, and making a living just doing your thing, which would be cool if YouTube did that, but I have a long way to go, my talks and everything. Oh yeah, with money, it's calling me, and I understand it very well. Like, I just have a natural understanding for money. Like, I don't know why, but to me, it seems obvious to not work a full-time job, but instead to work a part-time job at something you love, like at a bar, which is what I do. And then, like, for example, my, I guess you could say partner, Ethan, well, he just picked up his own project, but this morning he just picked up a car for $700 that he's going to put another $400 into for registering it, detailing it, and everything, and like fixing some cracked parts, and then he's going to sell it for like $2,800. Like, it's like there's literally money out there to be made. People just don't know how, and to me it's like, bro, people are just stupid. They spend their money on like alcohol or on drugs or on fancy shit that they don't deserve yet because they haven't earned it. And it's like I'm trying to learn how to put my skills first and my responsibilities first so that the rest of life can fall into place. You know what I mean? Like, I had this certain amount of clarity once I was completely out of debt, and like once I started like not needing money as badly as I did before, like having to hustle and literally pick recycling out of trash bins at parks so that I could pay for my gas to get to school. Like, I was hustling, and it was like, it sucked and it was so embarrassing. But it's like, now that I don't need to do that anymore, I'm like, wow, there's so much more clarity in life. Like, I don't need to spend my energy, like, being a, sorry Nana for my swear words, but being a slut for the money. Like, I'm getting more clarity. Like, I'm living life, and I'm gonna start traveling. I think next year I'm gonna be out of the country for something like that for probably like 8 months. So, and I'm gonna be making money while I'm doing that too. It's like I don't understand how people travel and they don't know how to make money while, like, go on vacation and make a profit. It just doesn't. I wouldn't do it unless I could. So, anyways, of all arts, music is my least experienced, but I feel so strongly for it. And I don't care what I have to do. I'm gonna figure it out. Like, I was at my cousins, the Ellis's, last night, and they were all playing music, and they're sharing the song that they all just wrote. And like, Joey was playing the bass guitar, Seth was playing the electric guitar, and then Andrew was playing another one. But like, they all just, like, it's easy for them to pick up music because their entire house is like based around music. Like, there's just instruments hanging on every single wall. And like, it's easy for them, for whenever they're bored, to just go pick up a guitar and start playing. So it's like, I'm trying to figure out how to make my environment like that, where I can make it so that, actually I wrote about this, about productivity. Let me skip a couple pages here. Like, productivity hacking. Yeah, baby, let's go. Okay, so it's easy to fall prey to the path of least resistance, like YouTube, social media, just scrolling, being mindless. But it's like, if you make it an environment where everything around you is productive in even the most minute ways, like, even if you're consuming junk, you have a reason behind it. Like, you're consuming social media posts and stuff about something that you're trying to research about. So it's like, it's all perspective instead of just being mindless and trying to escape. Bro, all these cars. Everybody does not, maybe I'm the one who doesn't know how to drive. But it's like, so create an environment primed for productivity rather than being lazy, such as like having no TV and only pieces of like work that need work. Like, say you have a book in one part of the room, and it's like, you could pick up that book and start reading, or you have like a canvas in the other corner, and then you have like a little studio in the other corner, and it's like, you just, no matter where you are, if you get bored of one spot, you go to the other to kind of like relax, but you relax by being productive. So it's like, you relax by, if you're gonna watch TV, you watch a movie that will teach you something, or you like just listen to music that'll inspire you, and that makes you like kind of like, I mean, we do definitely need relaxation. At least for me, I'm very hard on myself. I like don't ever allow myself to sit back and relax, but that works for me and I feel great. But so let me just read this. Only pieces needing work such that you're bored into productivity. Like, one day to the point where your downtime is productive. Like, for example, what I do is, like, my downtime is listening to a podcast, so I'm always learning, or being in a sauna and a cold plunge, a meditation, reading, or watching informational items like research, like I said. And the more you consume artistically, damn, that scared me. The more you consume artistically, the more you can spit back out and create. So it's kind of like, art and creativity is just taking in and then putting it out in your own way, and basically like doing this, like spitting out things that you've consumed. Like, I was watching this video about this guy, Basquiat or something like that, from the 80s, and he was like up there with Andy Warhol, and it's basically, he just like stole ideas or not stole ideas, he just, like, he would see things and he just draw them in his own way, and it was like, that was the spark of like his modern art or whatever. But what I'm saying is, if I'm always consuming in a productive way, how can I not help but be productive in my downtime? Like, they were saying in that little documentary of Basquiat, and it was saying like, he would, whenever he started to work, he would be spitting out everything he did during his downtime, which was like almost purely just reading and research. And so it's like, he's always studying, and then his downtime would be his flow state of creating the art. And so it's like, you create this balance of like this harmony, and I feel like that's what it is to be like an artist. So I don't know. In case you haven't noticed, I want to be I am an artist, I guess. I'm just beginning, but I'd rather do that than do some sort of shitty job like being a digital analyst. There's a poster back there that really made me sad. It was like, this dude didn't dream his whole life to be a digital analyst. No, he wanted to be like a firefighter or a musician or who knows what. So that's what I think about productivity, and that's how I balance my life. Back to the other pages to get back up to speed for the past 5 days, whatever. Oh yeah, my biggest regrets are what I didn't do. So like, I didn't start music years ago with my cousins, like when they were all like picking it up, and now they're really good, and I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I just have not started. And so it's like, I regret that, but at the same time, like I was saying at the beginning of this video, is like, wait a minute, is this even filming? Oh, it is filming, thank God. But I was saying at the beginning of the video, is like, I can't be mad for not having done things, because I was, pretty much my whole life I've just been following my intuition and following my heart, kind of just doing what I liked. And so it's like, it's led me to be who I am, and if I started long ago, I wouldn't really have the passion that I have for it now, which will spark me to be even greater. You know what I mean? So I'm okay. Dude, I can't figure out if it's hot or cold in this thing. And understanding there's a reason for this. Oh yeah. To find the passion first. Okay, cool. I'm like thinking twice here. Okay, so here's really what I'm going to talk about in this video. My preconceived notion of what should I talk about. And that is, dude, what is time? Time is so weird. Like, high school, going from freshman year to senior year was so slow, and like, I remember thinking in, like, towards the end of my sophomore year, I was like, wow, during summer, I'm going to be halfway through high school. And now I'm like, bro, I'm already almost a year out of high school. What the hell? And it's like, I knew the time was going to pass, I just didn't know it was going to feel like this. And it's like, I know that someday I'm going to be 50 years old, but it's like, I can't even imagine that now, but I'm going to be 50 one day, I'm going to be looking back and like, wow, what the hell happened? And so it's like, I'm going to be feeling this pain of time for my entire life. And it's weird, but at the same time, I'm very aware of that, so it makes me be like, I'm 19, bro, I have so much time right now. Like, people call me like, oh, you're just a baby, and I'm like, dude, I'm totally okay with that. Everybody saying like how they wish they were a kid again, and I'm like, bro, I'm enjoying the hell out of this. Like, I'm taking full advantage, you know what I mean? I'm still living with my parents, like, I'm not embarrassed. Ooh, hitting the rhymes. I don't know, Ethan likes this girl named Karis. My eyes are orange, I eat my carrots. Right. Oh yeah, like 19 to 22 are going from outside of high school, the next 4 years are gonna be very fast. Like, I was talking to Raven, my stepsister, and she was saying like, basically what I just said about how high school was super slow, and then the next 4 years are extremely fast, and it's just, that's scary. And it's like, I need to do something to slow down the time, and basically proof that I'm using my time, not wasting my time. Like something higher than the self to work towards, which is basically purpose. And I thought of this while I was driving to work on Friday. It was like, I took 10 minutes to drive from my house to work, versus like 10 minutes sitting down just doing nothing. Like, one of them you definitely got somewhere, and you're like, wow, I drove pretty far in 10 minutes. Whereas sitting down for 10 minutes, you're like, okay, wow, that was 10 minutes, what the hell? And so it's gonna feel like I don't want to get stuck in that, like, stagnancy, being stagnant, where the time is just passing, and I'm not working towards a higher purpose, higher than myself, you know what I mean? And, oh, I almost hit this sign. Yeah, there's no other way for me to really say that than that. And it's like, if you never stop moving, you keep your momentum and you go farther, you know? Like, if a snowball starts rolling down a mountain, at the end of it, it's going to be huge. Whereas if it stopped after 10 feet and then rolled again, it's going to kind of be big, but not really. So, or if you just don't grow at all in life and you just stop and you just stay there thinking it's the best, but it's like, you don't know how good it can get until it is. One surprising thing, oh yeah, like, where you drive versus sitting, is like how surprising how far you can go. And also, if you just like sit for 10 minutes, it's like, dude, I can never get those 10 minutes back. Like, I didn't do anything with those 10 minutes, which is what drives me to always find productivity. Like, And I only say that because like people around me are like, dude, you need to take a day off. And I'm like, no, I can't afford to take a day off. For where I'm going and where I'm trying to get, I cannot. But I'm not gonna lie, Frank convinced me to take a day off recently, like 10 days ago, and it was really nice. So you definitely need rest, that is for sure, but maybe like once a week tops, you know? Maybe even that's a little too much. Every other week kind of sounds nice. Oh yeah. And it's like, I love having a time crunch. Having a time crunch and like being hard on myself is my heaven. Like, I'm so happy to have a time crunch because it's like, it forces you to speed up a little bit. And it's just, I love it. I love it very much because it's like, it's kind of like, now that I'm out of school, I noticed that like, I low-key suck at waking up on time. And like, now my mornings take like, by the time it's almost noon, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go do something. Versus like during high school, I was like able to be ready for the day at 8 o'clock or even 7. And I'm like, how the hell? Like, I don't understand how much stuff I've just filled my mornings with, and I don't like it, to be honest. Almost hit this pedestrian. I didn't think they were gonna walk. Whatever. Oh my god. Bro, this tripod is really pissing me off. I wanna like strap it down. Okay. Is it filming still? Please be filming. It's filming still. What else? Oh yeah, I noticed that the more that I spend time in my head, the faster time goes. And it's kind of like I was saying with driving, it's like I could either sit there in my head for 10 minutes or I could go on a run for 10 minutes and be in my head while I run. And it's like I did something versus I just sat there and thought, you know. And so it's like that's a better way of putting it in like a sense of how I try to live my mornings. Or I'm getting too distracted by people staring at me. Partially because of the car, and partially because of the tripod, and partially because I'm sucking at driving right now. But yeah, I noticed that like the less I do and the more I think, the faster time goes, and that's scary. Which brings me to FOMO, fear of missing out. I have so many different opportunities right now, and it's so hard to decipher like which one to do. But then again, it's just follow your intuition, because even though it may lead you wrong, it's the only thing that will ever lead you right. And so it's like, all right, I guess I'm just gonna travel a bunch next year. Like I have a bunch of job opportunities, and like I could probably like buy a house in the next couple of years. And like literally, I could start a family because I have pressures around me to be like, you should get married. I'm like, bro, hell no, I ain't ready for that. I owe it to my kids to heal myself first. How do I make the most? Okay, how do I make the most of my time? And that's something that's like, yeah, I'm 19, and people are always, whenever I ask this to people, they're like, dude, you're 19, don't worry about it. I'm like, I don't fucking care. I need to be hard on myself because I get one life. I'm not trying to waste it. But at the same time, I'm totally happy living this anxiety and stress of, am I wasting my time? How do I manage my time? Like, I'm so happy in this. I'm very happy with who I am most of the time. And I guess it's kind of maybe this, I'm aware that it's this nice part of my life that I'm grateful for where I am, because I'm still young and my dreams haven't been crushed yet. You know, like I still have the possibility for dreams to come true. Whereas once I'm 50 years old, it's like, you know, like once the time has passed, you can't get that back. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I wake up and I'm not old yet, because I know that's gonna happen one day. So that's kind of my fears. Like, I want to be at the end of my life and I want to look back and enjoy the view. Ooh, should I go to the cemetery park? The cemetery park. Better with. Oh yeah. How do I make the most of it? Life is always better with other people. that's one thing I've really appreciated lately, is whenever other people are in my life is far better than it used to be. Ooh, wow, I love this cemetery park. I've gone on a couple dates there, a couple awkward ones too. But I've also had a lot of great memories there, some friends, high school memories. Playing soccer up there. When I first signed up for soccer, my friend took me there, and he taught me how to kick a ball. Anyways, can my car make it up this hill? It can. I'm gonna park right here and enjoy this. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay. Life is always better with others. And kind of like how it is with girls. Girls make everything better. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they bring out the best of us as guys. They bring out this this competition mode, like where you're trying to show off but you're not at the same time. Like, it's like if you have a bunch of guys hanging out together and then a girl shows up that's pretty, it's like they all start acting differently and start acting more like oh, like the energy just spikes up, and it's really weird, but it's awesome. It's kind of like a hidden way to hype things up. I was also saying that girls bring out the worst of us too, and that's kind of like, actually I think I wrote about this. I don't know, maybe I just thought it, but it's like girls bring out the worst and the best of us, which is beautiful because they bring out, it's like a balance, and that's what the safe place is with them. Is like, as a guy being very ambitious, it's nice to have a safe place where this girl can absolutely, you can be very vulnerable with them and bring out the extremes of your life, and they kind of just like hug you in a safe place, and it's really nice because it's like that way it just feels like everything's okay, you know, as you're going along through all this. Which also kind of just, I thought, like, for where I want to go, I'm like actually gonna have to start visioning more, because for where I want to be and what I want to do, I'm gonna end up being like superstar status. Like, that's doing the kind of stuff that they do basically, and it's like, do I want that or not? I don't think I want the fame for it, but I want the works. Like, I want to be able to do the works, you know. And I was kind of watching Jake Gyllenhaal and like watching this video about him growing through his acting and like lessons he's learned and stuff, and I was like, I can totally see that being me. Like, and it's weird to think about that, and people always doubt you. And they're like, oh, you can't be that. That's so rare. But I'm like, dude, it's just not putting in the work. Like, if you actually meet those people, they just put in so much damn work. So that's why partially why I do these videos, is because, like, I want people to see that not only I'm going to do it, but it's like they can dissect my mind and watch me go through the whole thing so that they themselves can do it, because I know that I'm nothing really special. It's just a matter of input, output. Like, you put in the work, you get out. And then, what else? Cooperation, the creative act. So it's like, life is better with others, whereas like when you cooperate with each other. Why is this lady stopping right here? Are you kidding me? That makes me not be able to think clearly. Anyways, when you cooperate with others, it's easier to get different perspective and get your works done in different ways. It's like, we don't know. As people, we don't know what we're doing. And it's like, who are we to say we know? So it's like, when you work with others, they bring other things to the table that you need. So it's like, I don't know. When I wrote that down, I had more thoughts for it. It's like that feeling of, I have and can be something special, but I don't know how. Like, I don't know what the opportunities are going to look like in a year, but they're going to be there. It's like, I can't imagine them, but they're going to be there. And it's like, I just have to follow my intuition. I knew the time was going to pass, just not this fast. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I was saying earlier, like, the more that I am in my head, the faster time goes. I realized that filling it with conversation, it feels okay. Like, I was just having this conversation with Frank, and sitting by myself for an hour just staring, time feels like nothing. But like, when you spend that time with the same thoughts but with another person and like conversing about it, you bond with them and you get closer. I don't know. I remember my dad laughing at me. He's like, it's so funny that you think all these great things about life are all like, they're big epiphanies for you, but they're just basic life knowledge. So I think it's funny. Momentum. So creation, and writing. It's easy to push. That's basically what I want to do. Like, that's what I am. Is like a creative, and I love creating, and I love writing. So it's like that's basically the basis of all of the greatest works we know of. That I know of in my mind when I picture them. But it's easier to push a car that's already rolling. And basically what I mean by that is prime the environment by knowing who/what you want to be, because it's easier to steer to a street that has a hill going down if you know where it is. Kind of, if that makes sense. Like, if I know where I want to go, it's going to be a lot easier to push the car in the right direction. And it's like, if I just keep pushing and I don't have to stop and be like, wait, where am I? Like, have this vision and be ever evolving through it. Overwhelmed. I wrote this in the dark, actually. So it's all over the place, scribbly. But overwhelmed. Too many roads. I get lost in which to order first. Like, which skill stacking I need to start with. I need to master one first and be ready and open for other opportunity later on. Prime the path and be ready with the vision of how you want to carve the statue. What I mean by that is you can't do everything everywhere all at once. Like, take one thing at a time, execute. One thing at a time, execute. And you can't climb a mountain in one step. It's 10,000 little mini ones. So I think that's actually all of my thoughts. Money, saving versus making. So my brother Giuseppe is talking about saving money for a boat. And I'm like, it's so interesting to me because, like, he has like $4,000 saved, and he said he needs like 20 grand. And I'm like, dude, you could literally make 20 grand in 2 months out of $4,000. Or being more soft on yourself if you don't have the really strong skill set. I mean, I don't even have that yet. But like, it's actually kind of almost luck. But point is, in a couple of months, you can literally make that $4,000 versus 20 grand. Whereas if you just save $1,000 every single month, it's going to take you 20 months, and that's guaranteed. But like, even if you just saved for 10 months and made 10K, there's opportunities out there that you can turn that 10K and triple your money. Like, I literally have one of those right now. Like, that's what I'm doing. And it's like, I don't know, it makes me so frustrated that people don't understand, like, everything you do could be, not should be, an opportunity for profit in a sense of money, so that you don't have to worry about the money, you know? And like, Ethan doesn't agree with this because he's not like, I don't want to spend my life chasing money. And I'm like, well, neither do I, but I don't want to spend my life chasing money because I can't do anything else. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have money taken care of so I can focus on what I really love, which, not gonna lie, has been working pretty good for me. But making it is like saving it. I already explained that, but yeah, like what I was saying also earlier with Ethan Lopez versus Ethan Limon, my stepbrother, is the one I was just talking about. Ethan Lopez earlier bought a car for $700. He's gonna put like $1,200 total, and he's gonna sell for like $2,800, and all of that's gonna be in like 3 weeks, and that's like a couple hours of work. That's what I mean by like earning versus making. Like, he earned that by knowing about it, so it's kind of like ignorance kills us, but he earned that by being open to it happening for him, and instead of thinking that he has to work an hourly job. So it's kind of like, I heard this analogy this morning. It was like, this guy was like, you can drive around the city as if, like, if you're in the video game GTA, drive around the city 100 times, and out of all those times, one of them, you will find the most expensive car, and you'll find $1 billion in it. And so it's like, some people just drive around once and they give up. Some people just think about it. Some people wish about it. Some people watch other people do it. And it's like, why not just put in the reps and just don't stop? Like, you're eventually going to find it if you just don't stop. Like I say, like, it's a matter of when, not if. I don't know. Immaturity, vulnerability. This is like, I think this is the last thought I had. Yeah. It leads to closing up and trust issues. Like, for example, a boyfriend and a girlfriend breaking up, where like they were really vulnerable with each other for a very long time, and it hurts because you were so close with them and you showed them a side of yourself that you never showed anybody else. You know, for example, like a baby voice, like with your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Like us guys, we've all been there. Like, where you're with your girlfriend, you're cuddling and you're like talking to me to baby, you know, you gotta do that shit, you know. And it's like that it hurts because you were open to that, and it's like, that's, to my experience, like, you were just immature, not in a sense of the baby voice, but I mean, like, you didn't know how to have a relationship, so that when it tore, it hurt. I don't know. I haven't put too much thought into that one. I think that's everything. But I also I was really upset at work the other day. One of my coworkers, who I have a lot of respect for, she actually lost a lot of respect because of how inconsiderate and one-sided she is. I finally saw. I was saying, like, it kind of makes me sad that like it was trans day, like transgender day on Saturday, I think. Maybe it was Sunday, maybe it was yesterday, and I was like, it kind of makes me sad that there's no promotion for whenever it's like Men's Mental Health Day. And I was like, I think there's Men's Mental Health Month, and it was October, and nobody talked about it. And I was like, well, she literally told me to my face, she was like, well, they don't deserve it. I'm like, what? She said, well, men are the one who cause all the problems. And I'm like, I literally just shut up, and I was like, I'm not going to waste my time talking to this woman. Like, I love you, and I like you for all the things you bring to the table, but I'm sorry, I think I do disagree with you there. And that's her own fault. But that's so bizarre and so childlike to say, where you think that men are the cause of everything. Sure, maybe in your life they are the cause of everything, but who are you to say that, like, I as a guy don't have any feelings, and that I don't have any problems, and that I haven't been backstabbed by women, and that I haven't, like, all these things. And it's like, is that just okay? You know? And it made me really sad, because, like, I know a lot of guys who are suffering. Luckily, I have great mental health, and I brought myself there by sheer, like, grit. But, like, it's hard as a guy. And it's like, we don't know how to express our emotions. We don't know how to be in tune with our emotions. And it's just because of that doesn't mean we don't have them. And it was like, I'm trying to fight for, like, the guys, my guys out there that, like, are suffering, bro. And that like, makes you want to cry. Like, how many girls, like, have been screwed over by men to the point where they have no respect for men, so they don't even acknowledge them? You know what I mean? Like, even though I've been screwed over by girls before and my reputation put on the edge, like, I still adore women. Women make the world go round. Without women, the world would fucking be chaos. Like, who the hell would wash the dishes? No, I'm just kidding. But, like, seriously, like, women are so beautiful and they make life complete. Like, without a woman, you feel like there's something missing. And it's like, I don't look over all of their good qualities because of their bad qualities. I don't know, that was just really immature and sad to hear. I was like, oh, you were so great until then. So, yeah, I just feel bad because I can tell that comes from a place of hurt, and it's like, you know what, I'm gonna still, like, treat you exactly the same and be kind to you, and probably even be more kind to her, because I'm like, wow, I actually see that now that you've definitely gone through some shit, and I'm sorry that happened to you. But it's like, I'm not gonna let it affect me, because I don't need external validation. Maybe sometimes it's kind of nice, but I don't, like, I know what I'm about, and I know I've gotten to a good place, and I know I'm going to a great place, and I hope one day I'm a legend. I need to erase the word hope out of my vocabulary. Just one day I will be a legend. But yeah, that's another thing. Is like, I want to take everybody with me, because I know where I'm going, and I'm like, it makes me sad. Like, I'm like, dude, I know that some of these people are never gonna grow farther than where they are, or like even just a little bit. Like, maybe they'll grow a little bit. And I'm like, I want to take as many people with me as possible, but at the same time, I can't do that, because it's like, they have to find it themselves. They have to earn it themselves. I might present them with I will present them with opportunities, but it's like, I don't know, say in like 40 years, probably even less, like, I have enough money to have multiple houses in different countries, not because I'm like just wanting to have, like, that's just money. Like, you park your money in assets, and real estate always goes up, so it's like you just have multiple properties because you can travel and you can rent them out. Anyway, like, bringing in my family members and being like, you can live with me for the next couple of years, you don't have to work. It's like, that's honestly the immature thing to do, because they didn't earn it, and you'd be messing up their rhythm and their path. You know, it's something I'm gonna have to figure out. But I don't know. I just can't wait. I realized in a dream, actually, that I'm like, wow, I'm definitely going to be a millionaire in my 20s, which is honestly not that impressive now, because $1 million is really not that much money. People still think it is, but it's really not. But I was like, wow, I'm definitely gonna be a millionaire in my 20s. And it's like, I can't wait for that conversation where I sit my whole family down and I'm like, all right, guys, I did it. I'm a millionaire now. And like, the reaction's gonna be like, hey, good for you. And they're gonna be kind of like, almost like maybe shut down a little bit. Maybe some of them will be happy, but they'll also be kind of like jealous, because that's just human nature. I would be jealous too. But I can't wait. I'm gonna be like, whenever it works out, I'm gonna take everybody out of the country for a month and just like give my family the best possible trip. And like, just, I can't wait. And also my friends, like, just to give them the experience. That's one thing I learned from my, I like to say second father almost. My best friend, Gordon, his dad is so generous. And for years, I was reflecting today, like, for years he's put up with my bullshit and my immaturity and embarrassment from me, like, due to how I act. And he still gives, and he's constantly mentoring. And it's like, I told him one day, I was like, I want to one day repay you. And he said, absolutely not. And in my paraphrasing, he said, like, no. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to at least pay it forward. And so I feel like that's honestly been such a big thing for me. Is like, he's brought me to so many different places and he's probably spent like $20,000 to $30,000 on me in the past like 5 years. Like, maybe less, but still, he spent a lot of money on me. He treated me like his own son, and it's like, that's what I want to be for other people. Is I want to be that little, I want to spoil them, and also teach them lessons along the way. So, anyways, I hope the audio recorded. Oh, it's still recording. Update on the car. Oh yes, 38 minutes. Let's go. I filmed a long video today. I love talking to this camera, bro. Okay. Update on the car. Still got my tea bags in there. I got my colognes and shit in there. Here's my beautiful leopard print seats. Back here we have a Volkswagen Beetlebug hubcap with some incense, pistachios, breath mint, and lip balm with some stuff back there. Got my palm branch back there to hold the back up because those shocks are broken. Everything's great. I got my Bull Run Bull up here. I just exited all my crypto and made like $800. I like double my money. And then when it dips down next month, I'm gonna buy it again. So yeah. I also got some funky things in here. That's all I will say. Anyways, have a great day. If you're still watching, Nana, I know you're still watching. I need to watch your show, Blue Bloods. And I'm very happy that you enjoy my videos and that it's part of your nightly routine now. So anyways, love you. Have a great day.